Okay, so one of the things that is very common with the left is how they manipulate certain things that we actually as conservatives try to say. And one of the things that I realized about the left in the last few years is how, and actually this been quite, it actually has existed for quite a long time, is that many of their arguments are very built on assumptions, straw man arguments. And for example, I find that one of the most popular and it has been used for a very long time is known as the Southern strategy. It is true that at some point Nixon tried to appeal to voters in the South, but the thing is that according to the left, policies such as state rights and government, state rights and private business rights, um, is really a code word to allow to say that it's okay for racists to get away with racism. So therefore, the left actually strictly believes that America is inherently racist, and the only persons that can actually prevent the racist from being a racist is the government. Intervene in people's lives. Not forgetting the fact that the South actually prohibited private um, businesses from actually performing and doing normal business with African Americans. Another thing that we can see of how the left is not realizing that the excuse of private property or private states or the privacy of states or the is not limited to the right, but it's also limited to the left. We see how the left tries to, under the banner of state rights, have sanctuary states or sanctuary cities, or even create gun rights and and restrictions on guns on certain states or cities across the United States. So it's not just the right who uses and hides behind right issues, state rights issues, but the left does that as well. Andrew Jackson, for example, many of the Democrats back in the day abused that by trying to take their slaves to other states that are free. So it's not just limited to races like the left tries to say. The Southern strategy also did not work for Nixon since he did not win his election. He failed to win and he lost to JFK. And this is something that he apparently, the state rights he was trying to do it a very long time ago, and therefore he still lost. And we can also see something that, despite the fact that Richard Nixon is accused of being the racist, he was the one that actually created the affirmative action law. Okay, so now let's look at other terms that they use. They use things such as virtue signaling. Something for some reason that even the people in the right are not aware of, feeling that that's racist. They use such as virtue signaling by hand the gestures of doing the okay sign or things like that. And for some reason, it seems that the left are the only ones that consider it racist. I don't know. Could it possibly be that perhaps it's the leftists who are racist, since they're the only ones that sees those racist virtue signaling? Another thing that they try to use is dog whistle. Dog whistle, certain things that there's certain code words of how we express things, meaning that it is code, meaning that it's a code word among racists. And then the other one, which is mask off. This, for example, when they say something completely controversial, because sometimes the truth hurts, and we live in a society that criticizing cultures is considered racist, when at some point it was really about edifying. Now there is a way and a point of wisdom and a way of actually doing it without harming people's feelings and condemning them, but edifying and criticizing cultures is practically normal. We criticize the West many times with the purpose of making it better. But for some reason, it's politically incorrect to criticize any culture that is not part of the Western society or the Western civilization, for that matter. And we can see how, according to the left, whenever there is such thing as a criticism, this is the moment. Aha, that's what they say. This is their mask off moment. Such terms like that is frankly manipulative and quite dishonest. A lot of their arguments is built on assumptions, by not giving the other side a fair chance to hear them out. They automatically write them off as racist and Nazis and fascist. And this is what the leftist has become. What I have to say about that is, for us to really be aware of these manipulative tactics that the left uses, I don't see. My question is, and my theory is, that if perhaps they're the ones who are able to pick up on these racist terms, perhaps maybe they should look themselves in the mirror, because maybe it's them that can actually are the racist. All right? Well, there you have it. Peace out, y'all.